Ladies and gentlemen, can we have your attention, please? Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to University Hospital's Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. We're ready for the program to begin. If everyone would like to step forward just a few steps so you can all see the podium and stage and are comfortable. And I'd like to introduce our Chief Executive Officer, Tom Zenti.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to a very, very special evening with some very special friends. And it's a privilege for me to be here. As Ryan mentioned, I have the privilege of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of University Hospital's health system. And tonight, we're here to celebrate the opening of the Trisha O'Brien Pavilion. Jeff and Trisha, this is an amazing gift that you're sharing with Rainbow and the children and families that we serve. As you can see, we have our sort of version here of a proscenium of sorts, and we do so many shows here, and this has created such a wonderful opportunity for families and friends to gather just like we are tonight. I've had the privilege of getting to know Jeff and Trisha. I value our relationship, and I'm inspired by their passion for making the world a better place. They're leaders in their communities and abroad. Jeff's accomplishments as a businessman are well known, and it is his work as a philanthropist that truly sets him and them apart. Trish is an amazing artist who shares her talents and gifts with everyone with whom she comes in contact. Jeff and Trisha continually demonstrate the importance of giving back. They've been able to use their extraordinary talents to have a meaningful impact on the lives of all of us and those around them. They prioritize the importance of healthcare within a community and do their part to ensure that communities have access to premier health care and allow everyone to reach their fullest potential. In honor of the Coles' generosity and in tribute to Trisha's experience as a former Rainbow patient, as well as her great talent as a performer, we recognize their gift in a uniquely fitting way within this very special gathering place. Their gift also supports Rainbow's nationally recognized Division of Pediatric Orthopedics through the Jeffrey and Trisha O'Brien Cole Fund. University Hospital's Rainbow's Pediatric Orthopedics Division is renowned for its strong record of developing new therapies, conducting research, and putting new orthopedic techniques into place. Gifts like the Coles are critically important to our academic mission. Philanthropy is vital to continuing our leading-edge research and training the next generation of pediatric orthopedic surgeons, like those dedicated physicians who so compassionately served Trisha Cole during her childhood in Cleveland. The Cole's thoughtful generosity will serve our young orthopedic patients for generations to come. The Trisha O'Brien Pavilion will enrich the hospital experience for all Rainbow patients and families who come to us and entrust us with their care. I'm pleased and honored to be here this evening with all of you to help dedicate this very special place, the Trisha O'Brien Pavilion. Can we please have a round of applause? Rainbow is a very special place, nationally and internationally. The Trisha O'Brien Pavilion is a very special place, nationally and soon internationally. And it gives me great privilege to introduce to you someone who is very well known as one of the finest presidents of pediatric hospitals anywhere in the world. Patty DePompe has been with us for so many years. I think 24 years, Patty, starting as a NICU nurse. And it was back several years ago when we recognized all the great skills and talents that Patty DePompe brings to this role. And it gives me great privilege to introduce to you tonight the president of Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, Patty DePompe. Patty? Congratulations. It's easier to hold.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Tom, and good evening, everyone. And this truly is a joyous occasion, and I am so delighted on behalf of all our physicians, nurses, and most importantly, the patients and families we serve to represent Rainbow and McDonald Women's Hospitals. It's such a great privilege to kick off this evening and introduce an absolutely lovely, beautiful featured performer, Trisha O'Brien Cole. Trisha is a renowned jazz vocalist and has long been one of my absolute favorite singers. Earlier this afternoon, I mentioned to Trisha, a woman stopped me in the hall and said, "Who is that lovely woman with such a beautiful voice?" And I said, "It's Trisha O'Brien." And she pointed to your sign, Trisha, and she said, "She's an angel." So thank you. I had the pleasure of seeing Trisha perform early in her career when I was a nurse in the pediatric intensive care unit. We used to listen to Trisha at a number of venues around town. And imagine my surprise last year when at Club Colette, I had the wonderful opportunity to become reacquainted with Trisha and to meet her equally lovely husband, Jeffrey, when they attended our Palm Beach Circle of Friends event at Club Colette. In fact, this year, they were our honorees, and we had an absolutely great event in March. Now, some of you are longtime friends of our hospital, and some of you are just becoming acquainted with Rainbow this evening, so I would like to share with you some brief highlights. As Tom mentioned, we have long had this lovely performance area right here at Rainbow, where entertainers bring much-needed smiles and enjoyment to our young patients and families. In fact, a few examples of events and activities held in this place include concerts and performances by visiting musicians from the Cleveland Orchestra and the Singing Angels, who we will hear from shortly, as well as artists from a number of community performing arts organizations. We also host interactive games, such as the well-renowned Swingo Thingo, in which children can participate from their rooms. And we also host special visitors to Rainbow, including sports celebrities and special animal friends like Petey the Pony. In short, this is the perfect family-oriented communal gathering space and a valuable resource for engaged learning and social interaction. As I mentioned, it's a favorite place for many of our patients and families, and a favorite of mine and our staff too, and we thought it is so fitting that it will now hold a very special name. The Trisha O'Brien Pavilion is consistent with our UH focus and vision of helping every patient live life to the fullest. We were founded on Thanksgiving Day in 1887, and we're so proud to be one of the oldest and most respected academic children's hospitals in the world. Each year, we admit over 10,000 babies and children requiring inpatient care, including serving a number of children, over 1 million across the region in ambulatory and emergent care visits. Our dedicated physicians, surgeons, nurses, and other team members, many of whom are here tonight, provide expert care for the full continuum of babies and children's health. We also continue to build upon our excellence in the areas of clinical teaching and research. But Rainbow and university hospitals are able to provide this high level of care only through the support of people like you. This evening, we ask you to join us in celebrating two very special supporters, Trisha O'Brien Cole and Jeffrey Cole. Jeffrey is an arts patron and the retired chairman and CEO of Cole National Corporation, a global eyewear and specialty retail company. As you will hear tonight in just a short while, Trisha is an absolutely amazing talent. In addition to our shared love of music, last year Trisha told me that we had another Rainbow connection. She was a Rainbow orthopedics patient from birth until the age of 18. And we got to talking about how much we loved our hospital. Jeffrey overheard our conversation and called me later with a wonderful idea. Within a few months, his idea blossomed into a major gift of more than $2.3 million to support pediatric orthopedics at Rainbow. Please join me in a salute to the incredibly generous individuals behind the Jeffrey and Trisha O'Brien Cole Fund for Pediatric Orthopedics. It is now my great pleasure to welcome Jeff Cole and Trisha O'Brien Cole up to the podium.
Maybe we'll hold it. It's easier to hold it. Thank you all for coming. I'm so thrilled. This is a celebration of the human spirit for me. Definitely the human spirit rises up. And it's how children like me who walked through this building, believe it or not, 50 years ago, feeling uncertain and a little afraid, and left with confidence, determination, and courage. So I'd like to thank Rainbow for helping me and thousands of other children find their way in the world. This truly is a special place. And I'd like to thank my husband, Jeff, for thinking of the idea, because at first I said, what? What are you thinking? What are you doing? Are you going to bring up my past and we're going to go through this again? But I'm so thrilled that he did, and it's become such a beautiful thing. So here he is.
Well, when I asked Trisha to marry me, she said, what? So that's a normal question
You wrote it. You wrote it in a book.
around our household. And I was hoping Tom Zenti would stand here long enough to make a break in the clouds. But because he's 6'12" or something, I don't know.
You're used to that, though, with all the Dutch.
I know.
I know.
So I have a few brief comments about our journey with Rainbow, where we have experienced the warmth, generosity, and caring of the top team here. Clearly, these same characteristics permeate the organization, and in particular, they provide a human touch to the patient experience in today's world of impersonal and mechanical medical care. The Rainbow touch is personified by the experience of my wife, Trisha O'Brien, who came here as a youngster, whom you will shortly see perform with joy and happiness. I think both of us believe deep in our hearts that it's important to appreciate that every person in our lives is important. Every person should realize that life is a gift, and all the people that we've come to know in our lives and in this process have qualities worth celebrating. So we're especially thrilled that friends, family, and all the folks here are joining us tonight to celebrate this very special occasion. So thank you. And I think now is now the time. I don't know. Okay. Now is the time to introduce the former Rainbow and Babies patient who has grown up into a large baby. So, thank you.
And I'd like to, is anybody else saying anything, or are we, oh, you are? Are you gonna introduce me? Yes. And say,
Yes. So again, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the singing angels from our own hometown of Cleveland. And they will soon be accompanied by Trisha. Thank you, singing angels.
We're fortunate every December for the past several years to get to sing here in this atrium with about 50 or 60 kids, and the performance is closed captioned up to the patients' rooms. And that's the way for the past 4 or 5 years we've ended our holiday season every year. And it's fantastic. It's heartwarming, to say the least. So we're going to sing about 4 or 5 pieces for you now before you get to hear the angelic voice of our guest of honor this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, the singing angels.
Our founding director, Bill Bain, passed away in March at age 96. This is the 53rd anniversary of the Singing Angels. The number of kids that the Singing Angels has touched over the years pales in comparison perhaps to the number of kids that Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital has touched over the years. We're thrilled to be here tonight.
Above the fruit
We have one final song to perform for you tonight, and then we'll get out of the way so you can hear our guest of honor. It is our honor. It is our honor to be able to be here and be a part of this wonderful celebration. So thank you once again for having us.
Flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day's done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is a mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. I feel so
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our featured performer for the evening, Trisha O'Brien Cole, Ann, Peter, Mark, and Roy, her jazz trio.
start off with none other than a great George and Ira Gershwin tune. It's wonderful, it's marvelous, you should care for me. It's awful nice, I think it's paradise, is what I'd love to see. You've made my life so glamorous, you can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful, it's marvelous, that you should care for me. It's wonderful, it's marvelous, you should care for me. Awfully nice, ooh, I feel it's paradise. It's what I'd love to see. My dear, it's four-leaf clover time. From now on, my heart's working overtime. It's wonderful, it's marvelous, that you should care for me. It's wonderful, it's marvelous, you should care for me. Awfully nice, ooh, paradise, is what I love to see. You've made my life so glamorous, I can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful, I feel marvelous, that you should care for. I hope you care for, that you should care for me. Thank you. Here's my salad. Thank you so much. Yeah. Good band. First time this band's been together. So we're going to have fun tonight. Thank you for coming. And just looking out at all these faces is really emotional for me. So I'd like to sing a medley of a singer that I always loved. And here's a few of his songs I put together for you. And reminiscent of the late, great Nat King Cole. Darling, je vous aime beaucoup. Je ne sais pas what to do. You know you've completely stolen my heart. Morning, noon, and nighttime too. Toujours wondering what to do. That's the way I felt right from the start. Ah, chérie,
love for you is trayful. Wish my French were good enough. I tell you so much more, but I hope that you comprehend all the things you mean to me, darling. Je vous aime beaucoup. I love you, yes, I do. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely. Whenever you're inside, I love you for sentimental reasons, and I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart. When I fall in love, remember this one, it will be forever, or I'll never fall.
bass player on this next tune. We have this great Peter Dominguez, who I used to play with all the time. Nighttown, Cleveland Museum of Art. So here we are again, but I'm going to grab some water first, so keep playing, Peter.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it. Let's take a chance. Why be afraid of it? Let's close our eyes. We'll make our own paradise. Little we know of it, still we can try. We'll make a go of it. We might have been meant for each other to be or not to be. Let our hearts discover. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Now is the time for it while we are young. Let's fall in love.
Mark Marino on piano, ladies and gentlemen.
We might have been meant for each other to be or not to be. Let our hearts discover. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Now is the time for it while we are young. Let's fall in love. I wanna fall in love. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I love this next song. Some of you used to remember me doing it all the time at the Cleveland Museum of Art out in the summer courtyard garden. So I thought I would do it again for you. And this was a song by she was known as the Little Sparrow of France, Edith Piaf.
Des yeux qui font baisser les miens, un rire qui se perd sur sa bouche. Voilà le portrait sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, là j'aurai pour la vie. Oh, hey. Dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, là j'aurai pour la vie. L'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat. Merci beaucoup. A little bit of Perry, you know. Kind of on this rainy night, you know. We had to do something, keep it with the romance, right? Jazz is perfect for a rainy night, so couldn't be better. So anyway, I'm looking out at all these beautiful faces, and it's so amazing, really. So now we're going to pick up the tempo. Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Do I need you? My, do I? Honey, did I do? I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging round you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I, honey? Did I do? Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Do I need you? My, do I? Oh baby, did I do? I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. And that's why I'm always hanging around you. you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, deed, I do. Roy King on drums tonight. Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Do I need you, my, do I? Honey, did I do? I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging round you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, did I do? Oh baby, do I want you? Do I need you? How I love you too. Do I want you? You know I need you too. But how I love you, did I do? Love you guys. Love you so much. Thank you for coming. Well, I'm going to end this set. See, once I get on stage, I don't want to get off, but it's been a while, except for last month, but Tom pulled me out of retirement. No. So feels good to be up here singing some of my favorite songs for you. And this one is one of the great songs from the World War II era. So I found a beautiful verse that went to this. So I'd like to sing this for you. Cathedral bells were tolling, and our hearts sang on. Was it the spell of Paris, or the April dawn? Who knows if we shall meet again? But when the morning chimes ring sweet again, then again I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun. And when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon. And I'll be seeing you. Try to get that last note out. I tried. Almost. Almost got me through it. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I now have something very special. Not quite getting off the stage yet. I would like to now invite the Singing Angels to join me for one last song. Weren't they amazing? And did you know when they sang Imagine, they were doing sign language to that? That's what they were doing, all the sign language to Imagine. It was so beautiful. Actually, it's funny because when I did my first recording 20 years ago, and is Bob still here? Bob Frazier? Bob is my producer and arranger, and he's a great guitar player. And we ended the song on Smile. My first record. That was my first one. The second one was called Out of a Dream. But I remember we recorded that in your apartment, Bob. Just guitar and voice. And so, okay, that sounds okay. We'll use that. But this is a song written by Charlie Chaplin. And it goes like this. I actually thought of having the Singing Angels sing that on my record, so here we are actually doing it. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile. What's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you'll just smile. Though your heart is aching, smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds shining for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile. What's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you'll just smile.
Here they are. Singing angels. All the angels. And all the angels here at Rainbow. This is for all the children of the world. We hope this helps to heal everyone just a little bit more. All our music therapy. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Now, Trisha mentioned the word music therapy, and she doesn't know this, but we have planned a special surprise for her. Music therapy is such an important part of healing, and it's what we do at Rainbow. And our own Dr. DeForia Lane has composed a very unique song just in Trisha's honor. DeForia.
The famous Euphoria.
Trisha, all of these words come from the people out there. They contributed, so don't blame me. Well, hello, Trisha. Well, hello, Trisha. It's so nice to honor you right here today. You make Jeff swoon, Trisha. Light up the room, Trisha, with your laughter, lilting chatter. You are queen of song. We love your charm and style, love your warmth and smile. You are gifted head to toe, fearless and bold. So take a bow, Trisha, only as you know how, Trisha. Rainbow, how they'll always smile. Just for you, they'll walk a mile. Trisha O'Brien Cole, you're solid gold.
Well, Jeff and Trisha, on behalf of the Rainbow community, we extend our most grateful appreciation. This night could not have been possible without your vision and your kindness. And whenever we are here, we will forever remember the both of you in this magical night. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Trisha O'Brien Pavilion is formally dedicated, and we invite you to enjoy the rest of the evening and mingle with friends. Thank you.